with two kids now, what has that changed for you as far as your time in the woods, both scouting and hunting?
I try to have as little impact on the family life as possible.
Yeah.
So I'll wake up at 2 in the morning if I have to. I'll get out there with a headlamp and start my scouting process in the morning with a headlamp, watch the sunrise, spend another hour or two out there, and then get home. And if it's a weekend, normally I'm home by 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning,
Hmm.
and we go have an awesome day as a family. And I don't feel like it was a high impact day for the family.
Yeah.
Where if I wait and I kind of mosey out of the house around 9 or 10 and I spend all day out there, like what kind of life am I giving the family? You know, and I'm just an absent father at that point. And I don't want to be that. So I've manipulated my time when I can to try to figure out how to get out there. Like I said, cameras aren't as important as they used to be. Tracks are way more important than they used to be.
Hmm.
I, like, I have a really good idea of the buck track that I'm after this year. There's two bucks in there that I would happily take, and both of them have a huge track. So
Really?
I can run down through creek bottoms with a headlamp on and check for tracks really fast through all these areas. And sure, I'm missing more because I'm not spending as much time out there, but I'm also, if I find what I need, hey, I got you. I know exactly where you're going to be at. So yeah, man, it's shifted quite a bit, but I feel like I'm in a spot that I would want to be come this time of season, just based off of trying to be trying to figure out what priorities I need to have and just like attacking those priorities more than all the other wasted time in the past.
Yeah. And the good thing about guys like you that have put on so many freaking miles over the years is all that, yearly data that's in your head that if you don't have the time to get out there, you at least can remember what you've seen in years past and put all that together, at least on a whim, if you want to go on it like a whim of a hunt. But, talking about your kids, changing the way you scout, changing the amount of scouting, probably the amount of time you're hunting, has your standards dropped anywhere close to mine as far as antler size?
So they have came down quite a bit. And so I was lucky this spring I had a lot of time to spend out in the woods still as far as like my brother came down for our annual shed hunting trip and we went out and I tried to cover as much ground as I could just finding a deer to go after. EHD really put a toll
Oh,
on this area. I mean, so we had it bad in 2022 and we have it even worse this year in a lot of those areas. And there's not a whole lot of target bucks out there, right? Especially, I mean, man, if I go back to 2019, 2020, 2021, I'm I would run let's say I run 50 cameras, I would have 20 or 30 bucks that were over 150 inches on camera.
yeah.
And now it's like one or two. And I don't think that that's a time thing. I think that EHD really knocked down the big buck population here. We still have a lot of younger bucks and a lot of does, but a lot of the really mature bucks have just got wiped out. But yeah, I mean, standards have definitely dropped. Like I'm out in the area of two really good ones. I found some really good sheds, probably that 170-ish
Yeah.
mark was where their sheds were at. So maybe a little bigger, maybe a little smaller this year. But I'm in that area, but man, if a good 140 came by, I would absolutely smoke him. I just don't have the time. Like if I go in and I put a great hunt together and a good solid mature buck comes down, I'm
Hmm.
more than happy with taking a good solid mature buck, at least for the next couple years.
Well,
So
you've you've done it. You've proven yourself on multiple big bucks. So it's like one of the things where everybody. I always see this. My granddad used to preach it like, don't shoot one smaller than you shot the year before. And it's like, well, my God, I can't go up forever. Like,
yeah.
this is why I'm starting at the bottom. It's actually funny. I started at the bottom of the barrel and I started shooting like 110, 115-inch deer in high school. Then out of it, it was kind of flirting around that. Then it had this real nice little jump. And now we're starting to kind of go back down the roller coaster over here to where just like, it just depends on where I'm at. I know you feel the same way. If you go out of state, places where you only have a week, 5 days, 3 days, quick hitters, you're fine with dropping your standards a little bit because you know
For
that
sure.
you're probably not going to make that trip back out there. You don't want to eat your tag. You also don't want to shoot something super small. But when you're at home, you got all this time to roam and scout and use your historical knowledge and whatnot.